back to another episode of Two Virgos and the Mic. I am LaVar Walker.
I am K. Douglas, a.k.a. Comedian Special K from the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, and among other things.
I want to start this off by why are they mad about the mermaid? What's going on?
It's a racist thing. I listened to something that was so funny yesterday. The whole Little Mermaid thing, Halle Bailey, who is one half of Chloe and Halle, the little singing group, has been cast to be to play the role of Ariel in the new. I guess is it a Broadway production or a live action? I don't know the fuck.
I think it's an actual movie.
Yes, but she's cast to play the role of Ariel. And so this got some racists really upset, but they won't just come out and say it's because she's black. So well, actually, some of them did anonymously. A lot of them did say it's because she's black, because they feel like the role of Ariel should be, a white character, because I guess the original one was white. First of all, we're talking about a cartoon, so there's no racial designation to cartoons. Like, there's no black. It's a fucking drawing. Mm-hmm. You're not black or white. Right. I heard this right wing talk show host yesterday. They played a clip of him explaining his opposition to it. And this man got to be late 50s, early 60s, I'm guessing. Mm-hmm. And he went on this long 5-minute explanation of how, there should be no racial designation to a mermaid, because if you want to look at it from a biological standpoint, that if a mermaid would be a creature that lives way under the sea and more than likely would be translucent. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bro, you talking about the Little Mermaid? Like, first of all, you too old to even know. I know nothing about the Little Mermaid. I got 3 daughters. That's the only reason I'm even somewhat familiar with it, because they all watched it when they were little. But black people are way too happy, and white people are way too mad about this. Black people are like, oh, we got little girls that are watching this, and they see the black Little Mermaid, and they're just, like, so excited, and they're crying. Okay, that's overblown, if you ask me. Mm-hmm. This whole representation thing, that shit's overblown. And the white people are getting upset about it. Like, this shit is so unimportant in the grand scheme of things. Yeah. Like, this shit has no bearing or no...
I think a lot of the racial issues nowadays, it just keeps us fighting amongst each other, and the rich just get richer. Right. I think we've entered the state, and I know it is racial shit, whatever, but we're really in classism now, and people are not seeing this shit. Well, it's about rich and poor.
I think two things can be true at the same time. I think racism is in the DNA of America, right? Racism is a part of is a part of the molecular structure of this country. Racism will never not play a role in everything that happens in this country. At the same time, classism has become an equal, if not more, significant force.
Right. And we accept classism. And because think about
like what's going on with Donald Trump right now. That's classism.
Well, one of the most simplest forms of classism is when your ass get on the plane, where you got to walk your ass to the back, and people look at you, poor person, as you go to coach. And they sit up there, they're eating lobster and shit, they're getting their food, and you accept it. You accept that.
What do you mean you accept it? You bought the ticket you paid for. So
right, it's classism.
Okay, if you paid $200 for your ticket and I paid $1,200 for mine,
it's what it is.
Is it classism when one person walks in Saks Fifth Avenue and says, I demand to be treated equally. I demand to be able to wear this $700 shirt, even though I can only afford a shirt from Macy's for $40.
I think it'll get there eventually. Why can't I identify as rich if I'm poor?
That might be the most brilliant shit you ever seen.
Why can't I identify as rich if I'm poor?
I hate to give you credit for nigga. That's bars.
What? I don't have the actual money in my bank account, but I believe
so. You're discriminating against me for being less than wealthy.
Yes.
So I should go to the Bentley dealership and say, There is no reason I'm just as good as this person who just bought this Bentley.
Exactly.
I don't have $400,000 to buy this Bentley, but I should have every right to buy it because I identify as a millionaire.
And you need to treat me as such.
And if you don't allow me to take this Bentley with my $2,000 down payment, if you don't allow me to
all hell is going to break loose.
And you're going to discriminate against me because my credit profile is not as high.
That's discrimination.
That's discrimination.
That's where we at. That's where we going.
Damn, man.
That's where we going.
I hate when you say smart shit because I disagree with you on so much shit. But I can't. I gotta go with you on that.
That is where we're at, dude. People
we are almost at that point where people can, because literally anything at this point can be considered discriminatory.
Yeah.
Anything can be discriminatory.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I was talking to my daughter. We did a little live video the other day. My 20-year-old. And we were riding along, and I was talking to her about gender identification. Right. And because we did a story on the radio about a kid who identifies as a cat. And in the school has to respect the fact that the kid, wants to behave as a cat in school. He wears the little ears. She was licking her paws and moving as a cat. Now, when she goes to the bathroom, I don't know whether they got to provide this bitch a litter box or whatever. But it was just weird to me. And my daughter said, Dad, I totally understand that. She said, we had people in my school. Now, she graduated in 2020. She said, we had people in my high school that, they wore the little costumes and stuff on a daily basis. And we had to respect that. And you have to respect what people want to be identified as. I said, okay, but maybe it's a generational thing, but if I ever met Caitlyn Jenner, I'm probably going to call him Bruce just to be a dick. Because I think what you're doing is, in my opinion, is weird.
Well, I'm going to say this.
And she said, well, that would be very rude and very disrespectful for you to refer to somebody who considers themselves to be something else. She said that would be really rude and disrespectful, and that just shows that you're a boomer.
And I'm going to say this because you are a boomer. I respect that, and I was at the gym. I just came from the gym. I was working at the gym, and I was thinking to myself, there's a male and a female bathroom or shower and everything at the gym, and I was thinking about keeping a wig in my book bag and just putting the wig on when I go into the female shower. Mm-hmm. And I would shower butt naked. I would identify as female at that time. And yes, I would have a hard on as I'm walking through. And when I walk out, I identify as a man and I go back and work out.
I don't think it works like that.
Well, no.
I think you have to be consistent.
No.
You can't.
What do you mean?
You can't identify as one thing.
No, why?
Temporarily. No,
why can't I?
I think the consistency is what makes it legitimate.
Well, wait a minute.
If you're not willing to be that all the time,
one thing,
then you can't be that part time because now it looks like you're just a perv that's trying to.
Well, not necessarily because there's an invisible group of people that are not talked about or recognized. And these are the people that transitioned and retransitioned back.
No.
They ignore these people.
They have a word for those people.
They retransition back.
Right. Okay. And that's called insanity.
No,
you're insane. If you start off with a penis,
that's mean.
And you go to a vagina, and then you go back to a penis, you're insane.
You're being a boomer.
No, I'm a boomer.
I'm a realist.
You're insane.
Most trans people don't cut off their genitalia because they won't be able to orgasm or enjoy.
What's Caitlyn Jenner? What's going on with that?
Caitlyn Jenner
still got a peen?
Is a lesbian.
So you think he a lesbian? So you think it still has a peen?
Transgender female.
So you think it still has a peen?
I don't know. Let's look that up.
You think it has sex with?
Let's ask
So at one time he or if she was dating I can't call it she.
Did Caitlyn Jenner undergo reassignment surgery?
I don't think he told nobody.
Did Caitlyn Jenner undergo reassignment surgery?
Okay, we can't wait for Siri.
Caitlyn Jenner had reassignment surgery, so yeah, he got rid of it.
So he cut it off.
It's gone.
You think he kept it?
Well, is she? Why are you being so disrespectful?
Because I'm
That is so disrespectful.
Okay.
It's just wrong. I don't stand for that.
Well, if I met him, I would call him.
He's not a him.
He's a guy. He's a guy.
Wow, the disrespect, dude. That's very disrespectful.
Just because you sleep in the garage, it don't make you a Camaro. Okay.
Wow.
You're still a guy. You're a guy.
Wow. Listen.
You're a dude in a dress.
I don't condone this.
You are a dude in a dress.
I work with trans people.
Okay.
I have trans friends.
Okay.
Then I am not going to condone this.
You ain't got to condone it. It is what it is.
Anyway, is wrong.
Let's go to something else because this.
Do you want to talk about Keenan's funniest comic search?
Yeah. So we're comedians, and one thing when you're a comedian, I don't like these two words together.
But Caitlyn is like 60 with a 2-year-old
Caitlyn is
pussy.
way older than 60. Caitlyn is like 70.
Caitlyn's 70 with a 4-year-old pussy.
I know.
Wow.
You think that thing hit good?
Like, but if
is it gay for me to even ask that?
Boy, but if Caitlyn's pussy is 4 years old,
Caitlyn's vagina, don't be disgusting.
Well, if Caitlyn's vagina is only 4 years old, and Caitlyn plays with that vagina, would she be considered a pedophile?
Yeah. She's a pedophile.
That's a.
If you have sex with her, you can go to jail. You are a fucking child molester. that box is pre-K. It's got a pre-K box.
It might be good. That motherfucker tight. It's brand new.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's brand new pussy.
No homo.
Off the showroom.
I'm not gonna lie. I would like to see it.
Really?
I would be interested to look at it.
Would you look at it with glasses on?
Well, I mean, I want to see it clearly.
Wow.
Is it waxed?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Calabasas.
Ain't no hair gonna grow out of it. Okay.
The women in LA, they have shaved pussies. Nobody has Bush. You think Bush will come back in style?
I hope so. I miss Bush. I miss Bush. Shit. Bush. See, I'm older than you. I miss Bush. I'm used to going through something to get to something. I'm serious. I miss Bush. Not nappy Bush, but I'm saying nice, soft, silky Bush. I'm with that.
I'd rather have a clean,
I'm with that shit. You need to get
I'd rather have a bald eagle.
No, man, you need to get you an old classic Penthouse magazine from like 77, 78. Something, man. Hey, man, it's nice to have a little. Them
beavers.
It's nice to have a little muff. A little muff ain't bad, bro.
I'm good. What is the purpose of pubic hair at this point? Haven't we evolved as a species?
No, it's for hygiene. Somebody explained it before. It catches like foreign particles that could go into the vajayjay and stuff like that.
Let's ask Siri. Let me see.
Siri gonna say.
Siri, what is the purpose of pubic hair?
Siri's not gonna respond to that. Siri's a very decent person. Siri was raised better than that.
But she not.
Yours ain't working.
What?
Let me try. Hey Siri. All right, wait a minute. I got my volume turned down. Hey Siri. What is the purpose of pubic hair?
Pubic hair acts like a
protective buffer, reducing friction during sex and other activities.
What other activities?
That's the whole purpose?
Friction during sex?
Yeah, a protective yeah, dude, think about it. When you pounded a bald cat, right? You that's skin on skin. That's
why when people are both bald, that would seem like all the porn stars would get stuck.
Nah, it's just no, dude. It's just friction. Like when you got the hair there, you got something to kind of cushion the blow. You see what I'm saying?
Oh.
You got something to cushion the blow,
and that's the only purpose of it.
According to Siri.
I don't think we need it anymore.
I like it.
I don't
myself. I'm a fan of it. Not now for myself. I'm a fan of manscaping, but I'm a fan also of women having. Especially women of a certain age. Like, if you're 60, you don't need to be waxing your shit. That shit's retarded.
Why?
Why wax at 60, 65?
I think it's just cleaner,
man. I think Bush needs to make a comeback. Everything, like,
I think it's cleaner.
We went through the bell bottoms. Then we went to straight leg. Then we went to skinny jeans. Now bell bottoms are back. You know what I mean?
Man.
We went through the afro. Then we went to the low cut. Then we went to the bald head. Now afros.
Do you
back.
think the Jerry?
Everything should come back.
Do you think the Jerry? Why the Jerry curl never came
Everything
back?
should come back.
The Jerry curl?
It's back in a lot of in
The Jerry curl is
Charlie Murphy had one when he was on Dave Chappelle show. Or was that a wig?
That was a wig, man.
I thought he really.
Ain't nobody rocking.
I thought he really had a Jerry curl.
Well, let's talk about this show. Keenan Thompson from SNL. We comedians, like he said, and he's doing a comedy contest.
Yeah, this is the 13th season.
Wow, this 13 seasons in,
and I don't know nobody who's done this shit.
Wow, after 13 seasons, has anybody been realized or recognized from this show?
UCE. What does UCE stand for? Ultimate Comedy Experience is bigger than ever. Over 1,000 What it says? What does it say? Over 1,000. The national search for the funniest comedians. Why does this shit keep changing? They got the worst website ever. I know that. Their website is terrible.
Be a contestant. No way.
Let's explain something. I was telling the girl this last night. So I'm out last night at the 12, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm in the bar, and they were doing karaoke, and the girl hosted karaoke.
At the 12, the hotel?
Yeah. And the girl was telling me how, my friend had introduced her to me. Hey, man, she really wants to be a comedian. And, man, just can you talk to her, blah, blah, blah. And I'm trying to tell her, because she talks a lot. She's one of the people, she talks a lot. I was trying to tell her to slow down. I said, hey, pause, time out. I said, just go and do comedy. I said, saying you want to be a comedian is like standing next to the pool saying, I want to swim. Jump the fuck in. Like, I said, there's nothing I can tell you other than go and do it. I said, you can't prep. She said, but I want to be right. I want to be ready. I said, you're never going to be ready. You're never going to be prepared. There's never going to be a good time. It's like I said, it's like jumping in the pool. You either going to stand there on the side of the pool forever and see, is it going to be cold? Is it deep? Jump in.
Just jump in.
I said, just jump in.
And
I said, you're not going to know what you're doing.
And she was probably doing all that talking because whenever people approach me about wanting to be comedians.
Well, they want to be funny while they're talking.
Yeah, they feel a need to.
They're auditioning. They're auditioning.
Oh, my God.
You got it.
Wow.
You have to meet my agent.
Oh, listen. I've been around a long time, but you take my breath away.
Yeah.
You're bigger. Listen, you're greater than Kevin Hart, and Dave Chappelle.
It's never going to happen like that.
Never.
It's never going to happen like that. And what I told her, I said, you're in Atlanta. Atlanta has comedy pretty much 7 days a week. I said, just find out where they're doing something at and just go and just do it. I mean, because I said, stop talking. I said, just go and do it. I said, there's never going to be the right time. There's never going to be the right situation.
But that
just
goes
go.
Into, and listen.
And it's either going to work or it ain't. And you're going to know whether it's for you or not.
I'm not knocking anybody that's teaching comedy class. I know that's a hustle for a lot of comedians.
That's all it is a hustle.
I would never, I could never, but you could take advantage of people like her.
Yeah.
You could have told her, listen, you're funny. I offer a class for $3,000.
You know what that is? You're the John Casablancas and Barbizon of comedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Barbizon would take anybody that said they wanted to be a model. You could look like what was the black dude who was like the Tyson? You could look like Tyson Beckford, or you could look like what's the little Gary Coleman. You could look like Tyson Beckford or Gary Coleman. They're gonna give you the exact same spiel when you come into that Barbizon office. Oh my God, you've got something. I see something in you.
And it's like,
and they're gonna sign your ass up for that $4,000 course.
Yeah.
And
I've been in situations where I was like, yo, if I was a piece of shit, I could really take advantage of some people.
I know people who teach comedy classes. Well, we both know people who teach comedy classes. And like I was telling this girl last night, I said, there's nothing in it. I said, either you can do it or you can't. Nobody can teach you how to stand in front of a room full of 300 people or an auditorium full of 1,500 people or a stadium full of 10,000. Nobody can teach you how to go up there and connect with those people to the point where they laugh at what you say. Nobody can. There's no amount of training. Somebody can tell you. Somebody can teach you a joke. Yeah, somebody can teach you a joke and you can memorize that shit and say it. Yeah. But that ain't fucking stand up.
No,
that is not stand up.
No,
you're a fucking joke teller. You're the dude in the office that annoys the fuck out of everybody because you tell jokes.
I think comedy is the greatest form of self-expression. One of the greatest forms. I look at comedy like I do poetry. It's just self-expression, man.
It's jazz.
It's art.
It's jazz.
You know what I mean? It's a way to.
It's jazz, and it should be. And I was telling somebody the other day that I haven't worked the urban club here in Atlanta in a long time because I feel like the audiences here are jaded to the point where they expect a certain thing in certain environments. They expect you to come up and do a certain thing, and if you do anything outside of what that thing is, they're not going to accept it.
But that's the
and I'm not about to put myself in that situation of, and I've done that thing. I've done that thing many times that they expect. But I'm at a point now where I don't want to do that thing no more. I don't want to entertain you at the expense of my own integrity.
But I think the brilliancy is going into those environments and doing exactly what you want to do.
Regardless of what they expect.
Yeah, so like one time, I'm going to tell a story. So I was doing Monticello, okay? And
it's a sports bar.
It's a sports bar. I popped up, did some time, and I walked 2 tables of people out. I got really dark. I was getting nothing. But what I was most proud of in that moment.
How long did you stay up there?
I stayed up there about 45 minutes.
Ooh.
And this fucking bus driver or something, man, say something funny. I'm like, no, you're gonna listen to me. Like you didn't, like the audacity of these fucks and these bar and grills who don't pay shit to get in there. And I roasted him a little bit. He had on a big heavy shoe as he approached the stage and shit. I could hear the shoe knocking as he came close.
Right.
And the crazy part, this is the crazy part. I'm not mentioning any names, but one of the comedians recorded me as I was dying and put me on Instagram. And I found that to be hilarious. I didn't get mad. This comedian was called out by other comics, surprisingly, about, why that was wrong to do.
Right.
But the thing is like, if you're a real artist, you're not supposed to do well every time on stage.
Right.
And furthermore, even though that the plane went down, I was still headlining Arlington that weekend.
Right.
And as though
it didn't affect the big picture.
Right. So overall, as those comics, looking at me like, oh, LaVar, you bombed. I said, yeah, I did. And I'll be headlining Arlington Improv this weekend, and you should bomb too.
Yeah.
That's the problem. A lot of you guys are too funny.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I think if you're afraid to bomb, you're afraid to try. You're afraid, like you can't be afraid to bomb. What? If you're afraid to bomb, if you think bombing is the worst thing that can happen as a comic, then you looking at this shit wrong.
Yeah, I think your biggest asset as a comic is your vulnerability. That being vulnerable is funny, and you have to know how to control that vulnerability. And it's good to go up there with a clean slate and figure some shit out.
I said something very uncomfortable on stage the other night. And saying uncomfortable things or saying things that make people uncomfortable brings me a little bit of joy.
Yeah,
because I said, and it's a riff that I've been doing for several years now. But I talk about how, for one, living in Atlanta, you don't realize how black Atlanta is until you go to a regular city. When you go to a regular city, then you realize how black Atlanta is because everything in Atlanta is black. You also don't realize how gay Atlanta is until you go to a regular city. When you go to a regular city, you realize, damn, Atlanta is really gay. Because as a straight man in Atlanta, you almost feel like you're the oddball. Because it's like, I said, Atlanta is so gay that it makes me sometimes question, have I been wrong all these years? Like, should I have just fucked the dude to see what it was like?
You know, I was at
it went dead silent in that motherfucker. And I said, oh, did I make y'all uncomfortable? I said, I'm just thinking. You know, I said, I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I said, but it does make you wonder.
You know, I was at the gym working out, and this dude was talking to me. And he goes, hey, man, we should work out together. And I told him, I said, listen, I'm not that kind of guy.
That statement alone.
I said, I'm not that kind of guy. You at least got to take me out to dinner.
Yeah, that statement alone.
I'm not going to just give you my pussy right here.
Yeah, that statement alone was gay. Hey, man, a dude that don't know you.
He didn't know.
Hey, man, we should work out together.
No. What are you talking about, man?
And then after we get to working out, we can go get your movie. And I got a great condo downtown. You ought to see it, man. The architecture is amazing.
But, bruh, I think for me, like, I'm a nice dude, right? And I just be thinking somebody really want to be my friend. A lot of times I've been gullible. Like, I didn't know the guy wanted to fuck me. I thought we were just cool, you know?
Yeah. I think there's a better way you could have said that. You could have.
But, I mean, that's what happens. The guy want to fuck you.
Yeah. Tone it down.
Didn't you have an issue with that one guy?
Yeah.
And he was like really.
I had to stop.
And you thought he was just cool or something, right?
Yeah.
You thought he was just wanted to help you.
It took a very dark turn.
like
I had to involve the authorities.
Like, let me ask you this. So, as this guy, I guess, was he passing out flyers for you and tickets and all this shit? Yeah. And how long did he do this before he said, I want that ass? Like, at what point?
I think it was, I don't think it was, he wanted mine. I think he wanted, it was.
He wanted you. Wait a minute. He was the bottom?
Yeah. Man. And just had a severe crush. And I was blind.
And where did he come from? He just came out of nowhere?
Person that knew a friend that was a friend of a friend.
It's one thing about comedy.
You know, because people will use their connection to somebody you know to get to you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will do that, especially in this thing that we're in. People will do that. They'll say, oh, you know, I'm so-and-so's friend. And they'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, cool, nice to meet you. Oh, man, you know, I do this, blah, 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 man. You know, you ought to let me help
and you
you,
just being nice, giving them a chance.
Yeah, I'm like, all right. I mean, I don't give a fuck. You gonna help me do what I do. And you don't want no money for it, nigga. Yeah. All right, cool. And, but
I wonder, like, with me, man, if I was gay.
But we drifted away from where we was at.
But, no, if I was gay, I would say I was gay. Right?
Yeah, why not? You be winning.
I would say I was gay.
You be winning.
You know what I'm saying? But
I was gay. I have a TV show right now.
Yeah.
You be winning.
Exactly. If you was gay, shit, man, if I come out
partying, the game right now.
Be amazing.
You killing the fucking game right now.
Hey, Gerard, you wouldn't have nothing on me. You see my damn special.
He ain't even gay enough.
No, he's gay, I guess.
But he ain't gay enough. He lightweight gay. He low key gay.
No, he's gay.
Nah, he ain't always. But he ain't out there like that though.
He gotta be.
He ain't out there like that. He ain't out there popping his fingers.
No,
and all that kind of shit.
It's not like that's a stereotype, and you're being a boomer.
But you gotta live up to it. God damn it! If you gonna be this, be this.
Every gay
you gonna be Ray Lewis? Put on the jersey, nigga.
every gay man wasn't men on films, nigga.
You gonna be gay? If you gonna be, look, hey man.
No, it doesn't work like that.
You gonna be look, nigga. If you want to play tennis, pick up a racket.
He's quiet or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Hey man, if you want to be a fish, you got to jump off the boat.
Yeah, I
don't know. I don't know what the fuck that means, but
you know, Tim Dillon is gay. You can't really tell. He didn't.
But that's white gay. White gay and black gay is two different things.
You think so?
Yeah, white gay and black gay is two different. The white gay world is a whole different. That's a whole different animal. You know what I mean?
We need to interview a white gay guy, and I want a white gay guy and a black gay guy. That's an interesting.
It's a different
topic.
world. It's a different world, bro. Because I have never known a white gay dude. Or at least not that I know of, that I was, talking to on a record. But I've known a lot of black gay dudes. But it's a different world. The white gay world is a whole, I think like as soon as you turn white gay, you get stuff. Like they give you a dog, you get a small car, you get an apartment that's like immaculately put together. Like they give you shit when you white gay. When you white gay, it comes with a dog.
Oh my god.
Or a cat. It comes with a dog or a cat.
Look, I do not.
I think any dude that owns a cat is gay.
I do not condone anything.
Do you know any dude that owns a cat?
Listen, I don't condone any of this that this guy's saying.
I'm just thinking. These are allegedly my thoughts. Do you know a dude that owns a cat? Like, if you met a dude that told you he had a cat, wouldn't that make you?
I knew a dude
uneasy?
with a cat. He wasn't gay.
But isn't that kind of strange?
Dog, but the way he had the cat, I could tell because he didn't. The cat was just there. He didn't like.
No, I'm talking about a dude who has a cat. He gets his motherfucker shots. He takes him to get groomed.
Nah, his cat was just there.
This motherfucker's trained like you can't really train a cat. I don't even
think he really fed the cat. The cat, he just let the cat out and go figure it out how he gonna eat, bro. He didn't
sick shit.
He didn't, you know.
Cats really are like women. Like if you've ever been around somebody that have a cat, like you can't make a cat do shit that they don't want to do.
Nah, cats be chilling.
Cats don't give a and cats don't care about you.
And they're smart.
People really be thinking, like my friend Claudia. She had a cat that she was very attached to, and she would talk to the cat like it was her child and all that. Like she was very attached to this cat, and I'd be like, "You are the weirdest person I know." I think you know that cat doesn't give a fuck about you.
And the cat is looking at her.
She's
like
this cat.
You
loves
know I'm
me.
a cat, right?
She's like, my cat loves me. I said, no, your cat is a very, very small tiger, and if that cat had size on it, that cat would murder you. That cat would murder you today.
Cats.
I said cats are very hateful animals.
They vicious, boy.
They are hateful.
I
would take my chances with a dog before I would fight a cat.
Cats are mean.
A mad cat will fuck you up just like a mad woman.
It'll scratch you, but
no, a mad cat will fuck you up.
You could handle it. A dog could get in that ass. I'd rather fight a cat than a dog.
Well, at least a cat you could throw that motherfucker.
Yeah, you could throw. That goddamn Rottweiler lock up on your ass. It's over, boy. That pit, one of them pits or one of them bulldogs.
That's a bad way to go. Oh, that's a bad way to go. That's a bad way to go. Golly.
Wasn't recently some woman got lit up by some dogs or killed by some dogs? Was it a mail carrier or something?
That's every week. Somebody get ate up by some dogs.
That is sad, man.